This is the big thing. You know, we want to have a lot of stuff, but we don't know necessarily where to start. He says this is the beginning point. The beginning point of wisdom, the beginning point of knowledge is going to be with the fear of Yahweh. This is why I believe that where we started in Deuteronomy 10:12 in part 1, and we actually mentioned it again, I think also last week, is that in Deuteronomy 10:12, you know, Moses says, and now Israel, what does Yahweh desire of you? And so the first thing he says is to fear him. Yahweh desires that you fear him. Why? Because it's the beginning point of all the things you need. You need wisdom and understanding and knowledge in order to do any of this stuff. So he tells you this is where it starts. It all starts by fearing him in an appropriate way, so that you can have the knowledge of the set-apart one. Because if you have a knowledge of the set-apart one, then you have understanding. Now, by the way, he says the knowledge of the set-apart one is understanding. It's not just knowing who he is or knowing about him. We've talked about knowledge or knowing always in Scripture seeming to have a connection to a relational part. So it's this relational thing, this knowing or relational aspect of your interacting with your Creator is what brings understanding. It's kind of like when something happens and somebody comes up to you and says, hey, did you do such and such? And you look at them like, come on, you know me better than that. Well, at least you hope they know you better than that. Meaning, we have a relationship where I would think that you would know I wouldn't do such a thing. Anybody have those conversations, right? Okay? Where you've had to say something like, come on, you know me, I would never do such a thing. Okay? Or somebody would ask, hey, did you do that? And you're like, come on, you know me, of course I did it. You know I took care of it. You know you can trust me. It's relational. So he's saying here, look, if you fear Yahweh and you start to get wisdom and you get then knowledge of the set-apart one, you have this relationship then with the set-apart one, then this is going to bring understanding of all the rest of the stuff that you need. But it all starts with the fear of Yahweh. Because isn't that what we all desire? Wisdom and knowledge, specifically the knowledge of the set-apart one? And if that is the case, the Word tells us that we must begin our quest for wisdom and knowledge by developing our fear of Yahweh.